Right, that's what he's saying. Obviously, it's your boy, Life with Brighty. Hashtag Brighty on the cam out here. Been a bit of a while, but allow me, man's been busy. And let's just get on with this video. 4 things you ought to know about her before you jump into a relationship. Right, number one, the first thing you need to make sure you know. You need to make sure you know like her values, you know, what she cares about, what she's passionate about. Because the thing is, you can have chemistry, banter, a vibe with anyone. But like the difference is when it comes to like, relationships and stuff, you guys have to have the same values. For example, I couldn't go out with someone who's a racist because I'm not a racist. That's a core value. You know, can you imagine if I was like, oh, mom, I know she's racist, but like, you know, we have a good vibe, you know, she has great banter, and you know, she hates black people, but I'm the exception. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it makes no sense. So, you know, values is a very key thing. You need to make sure that, you know, you guys have a lot of those on the same page, because that's the deeper stuff that keeps you all together. All right, the next thing that I think is quite important is obviously, I think, relationship history. I think that's quite important as well, because like, you got to think about it this way. Let's say, you know, you're a guy, you know, you're a girl, you're meeting, you know, obviously your partner, and like, you know, you're thinking, all right, maybe I want to get into a relationship with this dude, this girl, right? Like, right, but then let's say you hear that their last 10 girlfriends, their last 10 girlfriends or boyfriends, they've cheated on them all. Like, you know, unless there's been some divine intervention with the Holy Ghost, the odds are they're gonna cheat on you too. So I mean, like sometimes, you know, knowing why some past relationships, ended, that can either be a red flag, because it's either through the past that you change the future, or you ignore the past and the future repeats itself. So, you know, I think it's quite important to actually, you know it. Obviously, shouldn't affect things too much, but like, it should be something that, you have knowledge of. Another thing that's quite important as well, since like, you know, obviously we're all growing up now and relationships are getting a lot more serious, is like life goals as well. Like, do they have life goals? Do they like, do they actually, have a dream? You know, are they working towards a life goal? Are they in university? Are they studying? Are they, going abroad to do something, to get some experience? Is their life goals? And like, you've also got to think, do their life goals go with my life goals? So let's say you're a person that's like, all right, I want to stay in the same place forever and I want to get settled down as soon as possible. But then they say, I have no clue what I'm doing. I want to do everything. I want to travel the world for 500 years. You want to study and stay still for 500 years. You want to get married quick. They want to get married when they're 40. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and then, there's some things, that maybe, you might, if you know them now, you might know that, oh yeah, when we get to that point, that could be an issue. But if you talk about those things now, maybe you can, make a decision whether, it's gonna, work out. Can they be compromised or can they not be compromised? So knowing, the life goals of the other person is very important, because, obviously, you're working towards a goal, and if you're working towards a goal, towards a certain direction, you need to know whether that person, is in a similar kind of direction, or whether your directions can go the same way, because obviously some can't. So, it's important to know that as well, and whether they do have any life goals, And I think, number four, I think one thing that is quite essential as well, I think for me anyway, is how somebody is with their family. Because I feel like the way they treat their mom, their siblings, I think it's so important, because these are people they live with, every single day. And these are people that they've grown up with. And, the way somebody interacts, with their mom and like their dad, it's important, if someone's disrespectful to their parents, that should be a red flag, and stuff. And I know some people grow up in tough situations, but I feel like, being respectful to parents, to siblings, I think that's quite an important thing. So seeing that as well, I think, those are quite important. Yeah, Better Views were asking about that video. So I've done your video, 4 things, that you might, want to know, 4 things, obviously, you could go over so many things, but I feel like, those 4 things, values, life goals, family, and what was the other one? Blow me neck. I can't remember the last one. But like, all those are pretty, things that I thought were quite essential, and you want to make sure, that with some of these things, you kind of have them right. So yeah, there you go. Did the video you guys wanted. If you want anything else, you got any topics you want me to do, let me know. Video every 2 weeks, I'm gonna try. But obviously, man's very busy. And I hope all of you have a blessed day. God bless.